Good morning. So a little longer version of the short I'm going to post, maybe a 2 or 3 minute message. I spoke on John 13:7, where Jesus says, "You don't understand what I'm doing, but someday you will." Man, there's been many times in my life that I felt like I was serving God, that I was doing the right things, that I was doing everything in my power, but things just were not going my way. I've suffered a pretty big business loss. Um, I've suffered a few things in my life that were big, and in those moments, I'm not sure that I believed that God was that He was going to turn things and work into my favor. So I'm going to share one story, one example for you. I brought a real estate company to Shreveport. I had some financial partners with it, a national franchise, and spent about 18 months of my life working for free, recruiting agents, building a building, just building a franchise real estate company, bringing it to Shreveport. Uh, Many had tried in the past, but I was successful in bringing it. Well, probably 14 months in, we were not growing. We had recruited over 50 agents, but we weren't doing great. I mean, it was a tough market at the time. It was a tough business. Everyone was recruiting, and the silent partners, or the financial backers, I was the majority partner. They just decided I was either too young, too firm with them, because they weren't holding up to their end of the bargain, in my opinion, because they were supposed to be helping build the business, and instead they were kind of, I'm not being critical of them, love them all, but they were kind of building their own business at the time, trying to make it, while Scott here was making no money, and trying to build this business to last. Well, they decided it was time for a change, and they outed me. I lost a lot of money in that deal, but more importantly, it hit me hard. I felt like it was an attack on my personality, and I didn't deal with it well. And I went into a deep, deep depression, longer than 6 months. And unfortunately, at that time, I self-medicated with alcohol, and it was a bad deal all around. I went from a strong man of faith to a guy who just couldn't get enough to drink. And towards the end of that year, I was at the end. I'm not sure I wanted to live. And so my church had a faith-based kind of rehabilitation center that previous years I'd served on the board with and helped fund. I checked into that thing for 30 days, and just got away from it all. And that was one of the hardest experiences of my life, but looking back, it was one of the best experiences of my life. And I just want to tell you this. Over the next 10 years, God opened a few doors for my own real estate company with my own name on it, not a national franchise. And every dollar I lost in that deal, God repaid me 100%, 100 times. I'm not going to share figures with you, but as you probably notice, I spend a lot of time at home these days doing remodeling work, and I recently kind of came off the senior pro or amateur pickleball tour, traveling all over the country playing pickleball. You may notice all the Selkirk stuff I wear. They're a sponsor of mine. We collaborate together, and anyway, just that short story, and I got tons of them, but I could not see how God was going to redeem the financial aspect, the emotional aspect, and all of that. Um, he did. I can tell you that he did. One day I might share some figures with you. It'll blow your mind what God did through a couple Christian brothers in North Carolina. But it happened to me, and I'm telling you, I'm just your average dude. So if it can happen to me, it's gonna happen to you. So if you've suffered loss in business, in relationships, in all kinds of areas of life, I want you to know this. God's in control. You don't know what He's doing right now, but you're going to see. And when you see, it's going to be bigger than anything you could possibly imagine. There's a verse in the Bible that says something to that effect, that He's going to do more than you could dream or imagine. And in my life, that happened. And now I own a real estate company that bears my name, not some other name, but my name. And I'm proud of it. The city's proud of it. It serves a great purpose for what we do, and just God redeemed it. Couldn't see it at the time, but He did. So hopefully that blesses you today, carries you through the day, through the week, through the month. Get you some sunshine today. Bless someone else. That always boomerangs back onto you. I'll see you tomorrow.